I have to close Facebook or my family's gonna drive me crazy. Love you, Mom.
We're live.
Please don't be watching the show, Mom.
Hi, everybody. We're here.
Oh, we are actually live.
We
Oh,
are.
jeez.
Yeah, we
Wow,
were.
top cat.
Hi, Mom.
Love you, Mom. Hi,
We're
Mom.
live.
Love you
And
so much.
why are we getting echo from you now?
Hello.
Tia?
What?
Is your room
No.
20?
Yes, roll 20. I'll fix it. Go, go.
Cool. Got it.
We're good.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Misscliks D&D Prophecy. If you missed any of the previous episodes, because we do it every week, you can catch them at youtube.com/misscliks. Episodes go up every Friday. Thank you for joining us and tuning in. Thanks for finding us wherever you did. This is episode 2 of chapter 2. We started chapter 2 last week with a new leg of our mission. I am once again joined with 3 women this week instead of 4, as Jess is with her Beyonce celebrating his birthday? Birthday? I don't
It's
know.
his baby birthday, I think.
Shout outs to Spender.
I
Happy
love
birthday.
Hi to pop
Happy
culture. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I won't sing for you. That's my birthday present for you, is that I won't sing for you.
I don't
Yeah.
think what I was doing was singing, but I appreciate you giving me the benefit of that doubt.
I am Rob, at Ishtarwins on Twitter, and Alorian, the High Elf Arcane Trickster Rogue of the party. And since we don't have Jess, let's head to Britt. Britt, how are you?
Hello, it's me, Britt Wiseman, in real life and on the internet. And I'm Zisa in this game. I'm a Dragonborn Druid, Circle of the Moon, not the land. I turn into animals, and it is 2 o'clock in the morning in London, so I'm super tired. Laura.
What she means is
Yeah.
she's super excited to be here, and
And
previously done
excited to be
mostly with coffee. There you go.
Yeah, just knock back the
That's
first
good.
cup.
You
Just
got
knock that one
this.
back and
Just keep drinking the whole show. You'll be fine.
I put sugar in it too. It's gonna be a real hype game, guys.
Actually,
I'm going nuts.
Limes water. I am Tia, Lorelania, Calithra. Calithra is a dark elf that I play. Praise Loth. Lorelania is myself on the internet, and Tia is my real name. We'll go with Calithra today. Calithra is a dark elf, and I am definitely not my character. She is mean. I'm not. I like friends. Take it away, Raja.
Hi, I am Naja Otikor. I am Trista Ray on the internet. And I'm the DM of this thing that we call Misscliks D&D Prophecy.
She is the person, she's the god that has created this entire world and all of the things that we are doing, and we are but mere puppets in her giant macabre play, and we're going on to our next act. She literally undersells herself too much. You're wonderful. I love you.
Cat herder. So she's gonna have like expert shit poster. So
Oh, and praise. I love shit posting.
Shit
You're a
posting.
really good shit poster.
I put it in my Twitter bio, just so you know.
Shit posting is my favorite hobby of all of my hobbies.
Me too.
Yeah.
I want to put that on your grave when you die. Just like Naja, epic shit poster. And I'm gonna give your eulogy and be like, she loved to shit post, and she was the best at shit posting.
I'm gonna be bawling in the front row. I'll be like, yeah, she loves shit posting so much.
Everyone, please now raise your phones and post a shit post in honor of Naja. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry.
where did we leave off last week?
Well, last week you guys started heading out of the Dead Lagoon area. You left the swamp, which is oddly kind of like half frozen over. But we're just not going to talk about that. You walked through close to White Bridge, encountered some guards and some really weird people walking around in a very strange fashion, and people were telling you that all of the criminal folks in White Bridge had shut down the port which is very unlike them. And you were like, you know what? That sounds complicated. Let's go to Prewenth instead. And along the way, you met a kindly bounty hunter named Winifred, who was hunting bandits, as you do when you're a bounty hunter. And Calithra started some shit she couldn't finish. Got her ass kicked, but it was okay because Zisa befriended Winifred after that. And she's just kind of tagging along to Prewenth and cutting ears off of bandits. And at the very end of the last episode, you liberated some enslaved people by killing all of their captors. And among these enslaved people was one Verona Oakley.
Felton's mom.
Yes. Who has been missing for some time. Also mysteriously missing for in-fiction reasons that we'll find out later. Alizarin Crimson. You turn around and she is not where you left her. Think about that later.
It happens all the time. I mean,
You know, people just pop in and out of existence.
It's like the rule of the universe for me is like if I make one friend, I lose another. I'm just like not allowed to have more. It's like there's a quota that I cannot surpass.
Highlander.
point of interest, we're all well rested, new spells, and inspiration, which I didn't have marked on my character sheet from
You
last week.
should all have inspiration.
Okay, thank you.
I think you just fought a battle though with the slaver people.
That's right, so no spells for me.
Yeah, you're technically still dead, I think.
Did
Am
you
I?
get knocked out?
Huh?
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm at negative 3 hit points right now on one success
Yeah.
save. So
Yeah.
that's...
So I look to Alizarin to have her stabilize Calithra,
for her
and she's like,
gone, and there's just a fist-sized diamond on the ground.
okay, well first I pick that up. I'm like,
Crone immediately is like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you didn't leave me here in the dirt."
Crone, what did you do with Alizarin?
I know you are not accusing me of doing something to that girl.
Every time something crazy happens, you have some kind of hand in it.
I don't have any hands. The fuck do you think I did?
Figuratively speaking. Oh wait,
I
you
feel
don't
like
you
we're
don't
in
have a
like an old like episode of a sitcom where we're like, Crone, not again. Oh, Crone.
So I like kind of like stuff the diamond into some kind of hidden fold or whatever in my
Yeah, she just
apparel.
keeps muttering to herself. She's taken severe umbrage at the idea that she would have done something to dear Alizarin.
And I will use one charge of my healer's kit to stabilize Calithra.
I also have a healing potion on my...
No, you didn't. You chugged it when you stabbed me with your dagger.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to mark that off my character sheet then. That was so worth it though. Whatever.
No, but you're
needed to
fine.
be healed, and I needed to stab myself to do it. Not actually.
I look over at Zisa and I'm like, she's stable now. Can you shove some good berries in her face?
And I just pull out like 4 good berries, and I'm just like, eat these, eat them. And I actually just literally shove them into her face.
So as I leave Zisa to tend to Calithra's recovering body, I don't know.
I mean, like, I must need new armor by this point.
Her recovering face.
I mean,
Just
you're
gonna leave her
looking
recovering
kind of
face.
let's be real.
I'm
Just
getting
the
real-
remnants of what's left at this point.
Do you have to roll hit points on those?
It's
Good
one hit
berries?
point. It's 1 hit point per berry.
Oh, so I'm literally at 1 hit point. Awesome.
Oh,
Well,
do
when
you
I
more?
stabilized
Have
you, you were
another.
at 0.
No, I think I have spells at that point. I would.
I can heal you.
Yeah,
too.
we were just trying to get enough to get you to wake up so you can heal your damn self.
I just shove 4 good berries in your mouth and then slap you across the face.
For 3
No.
damage. Just use
Wake
the 1
up.
HP. So yeah.
Please don't hit me as I'm casting the healing spell. Well, I'm at 1 hit point. And no,
So-
No, don't hit me.
By this point, Winifred has backed up all of the ears she was cutting off, and she like stores them away and is standing there with her arms folded, She's like, why did you bring her? She seems ineffective.
I'm
Yeah.
too. Nope, I just ignore her completely. I'm in my own little world right now.
We
Can't
have
say praise lost.
we bring her along to make fights more challenging for us.
I also have an innate belief that she might be a good friend someday, so I'm still holding on to that hope.
So while she was doing that, I was gonna go over to the group of prisoners and just start using my thieves' tools to unshackle everybody.
Okay. Yeah,
Unless there was a
there's
key. I mean, I could also find a key, but either way.
yeah, either way, there is a key on one of the bodies, but you get them all unshackled. They're very grateful.
And then after
Verona,
they're, yeah, sorry, I was gonna say after I unshackle them, I approach Felton's mother specifically.
yeah,
And
she's
while
been
he's doing that,
squinting at you this whole time.
oh,
She's
I was
like,
gonna say while Lorian's doing that, I go, why do we keep her around? And then I tell Winifred that Clither has actually done some nice things for us in the past that were helpful. Not the banana dagger thing, but
Like helping you steal gloves from an old lady.
yeah, she's had her moments.
Winifred just arches an eyebrow. But yeah, Verona's been kind of squinting at you and tilting her head, and she's like, I think I've met you. Did you? Oh, before this all happened, you came to the village.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, how odd that I would meet you here, but thank you for the rescue again, I guess.
You're welcome. I have something that I think you would like to keep, and I take out Felton's necklace and give it to her.
Her eyes get very wide, and she says, "Oh, Felton? Have you seen him?
Oh,
Is he well? Did he make it back to the village?"
He is no longer with us.
Her face kind of crumples, and she like clutches the amulet to her chest and kind of just starts crying.
I walk over to her and give her a hug.
But I tell her that about the survivors in Dawn Breach, and that we did pass back through there, and there were a handful of people that were still living there and seeming to be well at the time.
She like turns her face into your shoulders, Issa, and just starts bawling.
While she's doing that, I go to inspect the guards and pat them down.
And I just tell her that he was a good kid, and he loved his pork bun, and I'm sure he loved her even more than he loved the pork bun. And it was quite evident that he really loved that pork bun.
She just kind of not. She's not really hearing you. She's just kind of hearing
I'm
your
just trying to like comfort her without being like, your child was eating fire. And
All she's hearing is want pork bun, want pork bun.
What was I gonna say? Lorian, you find 60 silver.
What?
Yep.
60 silver is a good wage.
Yep.
Don't scoff at 60 silver. That's a soldier's working wage. A gold is a lot. Ungrateful thief. Never had to work for nothing for nobody.
Lorian is just like sitting on a pile of gold and is like, silver?
Silver? What is this? People use this still.
Ew.
I'm sitting back, obviously wounded in pride and actually still wounded, so I'm just away from everyone. I don't have time to deal with a bawling mother and her emotions, her dead progeny. Happens all the time in the Underdark. Kids die. Deal with it.
As you were just brought back to life by your friends.
Nope, don't know what you're talking about. People die all the time.
What type of?
I'm the chosen of Loth, and that's why I kept, reviving. Is because I'm meant to be here. I'm special. Everybody else is not.
What type of equipment did they have?
They had. What did they have? They had clubs, like very basic clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing, like basically just pieces of wood that were fashioned into weapons. They're pretty crummy on
Did
retrospect.
any of them have any like wooden shields or anything?
No.
Huh.
No,
I-
they seem scrubbed here.
I look for the club that seems the most sturdy, I guess.
Hmm.
And I take that one and bring it over and give it to Calithra.
Sorry, bring what over to me? I was looking at the map.
A piece of wood.
One of the wooden clubs that the guardsman had.
I eye you contemptuously and wait for your sarcastic comment.
I just say, I know that you've been down a weapon since we defeated the ooze, so here you go.
I take it and almost expect it to be like enchanted and zapping me like some sort of joke thing, and I just stay there wounded and hateful. Leaning against a tree somewhere.
Lorian, you hear the crones say to you, just like, giving her wood, huh?
Ah, she would too. That is so her.
I see what you're doing here.
I chuckle to myself when she says that. Can I make any sort of investigation check or anything like that to see if any of the guards had anything smaller on them, like jewelry or anything that would have been like more difficult to notice?
Are
with a
any of
simple
them
pat
even
down?
slightly alive so I could use my sacrificial dagger to kill them? Like a couple of hit points?
No, I
here?
think
Nobody
they're
like
all-
moaning.
They're dead. They're dead.
Okay.
They're deaded. Yeah, you can roll investigation.
Who's still alive here? Any kids? Elderly?
I mean,
Jesus.
there's like former captives if you want to start
Let's
stabbing
see.
randos.
Investigation, right?
Hmm.
I may consider stabbing a random person.
Don't
16?
do that.
Well, I'm at 10 hit points, and they're gonna be fine.
You find, you don't find necessarily a valuable, but you find a signet ring that has, it has kind of like a dagger symbol that you would recognize as being from a thieves, like a thieves clan. Not the one you're affiliated with, but one common in Whitebridge.
Hmm.
And the crone is still talking to you, and she's like, so, like, if she's drow, you're a high elf, like, what kind of elf baby even is that? Like, does that ever happen?
You're so lucky Calithra can't hear this, because she would take that diamond and drop it down the farthest sea she could find and be like, "Hi, bitch. What kind of baby's gonna have down there? Nothing.
Yeah, she's
Nobody."
speculating hard. You're like, and what would your mother say? My goodness.
It would be an exotic baby, and
Ooh.
we don't we don't we don't segregate in these parts, ma'am. So
She's just kind of like, yeah.
I give the club that Alorian has given me a couple of test swings. Obviously, trying not to hurt myself in the process.
Are you proficient with that?
No, so
I do believe clerics are.
Clerics are usually good at like hitting things with bludgeoning weapons.
usually it's a mace though, and since this is just a straight up club,
It might count as an improvised
If it's a simple weapon, you're proficient with it.
Let's look here. No, club is a type.
Yeah, but if it's not a martial weapon and if it's a simple weapon, then yeah,
someone
yeah,
in
it is.
chat was asking what Dungeons and Dragons is about, and we told them to stick around here and find out. This is what Dungeons and Dragons is.
Yeah.
is-
Yeah, looting the bodies and making elf babies.
It's just a normal 1d4 club, right, Naja?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And making
you're proficient
friends.
with it.
It's also about making friends.
It's also about making friends, and also sometimes looking up the rules for things to make sure you can do them without hurting yourself. My character may know how to use a sword, but my character may not know how to swing an axe. Seemingly seems like two things. Actually not. Try swinging a sword and swinging an axe. Vastly
Doesn't
different.
really know, like, doesn't really feel like your character
Even
knows
more
how to-
specifically, knowing how
anything.
to swing a short sword but not a scimitar for some reason, but okay.
That's very different. I have used both of those weapons and it feels weird. A scimitar is very, like, you want to swashbuckle with it. It really is just a shortened version of swashbuckler.
But yes, to answer the question, it is a simple weapon and you can use it.
Okay, that's something I'm going to need to mark down for myself later because I'm unfamiliar. Simple weapons. Okay.
1d4 club.
I find something that I can swing that I am not useless with.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start marking that down on my character. But that's what I'm doing for the next little bit, is just testing to see if I can actually use this thing.
So after that, how many prisoners are there, would you say?
There were a dozen prisoners and a half dozen guards, and you killed the guards.
How far outside of the town are we?
You're a little over 4 hours to reach
Oh, yeah.
the outskirts.
We are like really outside the town. Is there anything at all that resembles any sort of cover here, or is it
Just rolling plains, and you see
Um,
farmland in the distance.
I start asking the people where they're from.
Yeah, so a lot of them are from Prewent. There are a handful that are from Red Cross. Verona is the only one that's from far away as Dawnbreach, and some of them are from Whitebridge.
I asked them how
Seem to
they
be-
I asked them how they wound up in this group.
Yeah, one of them tells you we've been trying to seek shelter in Prewent. There's so many bizarre things going on all over the land, and I'm sure you must know. You must have encountered some of it. We were seeking shelter in Prewent because it's seemingly the last bastion of safety around here from these bandits, but they're not letting everyone in. We were captured. You're muted.
Am I in earshot of this?
Yes.
You mean to tell me that all of your cities across this surface land are being lain waste to by bandits?
They
Am I
look at each other and look at you. Like, yeah.
Perhaps a misunderstanding the term bandits in common. Bandits are but a mere gang of thieves that go running around robbing lanes between places, not laying siege to cities. I believe the word you're looking for is army. I look at her as though perhaps she's not had enough schooling, doesn't know what she's trying to say. Like, you don't really mean bandits, you poor dumb little thing. You must mean an army.
I look to the back at her. I'm like, they've had a hard day.
I'm trying to understand.
It seems
you know,
like
my communication is less than
it seems
palatable.
like there is a more organized organization that is banding together a bunch of smaller groups of insignificant thieving people into a more organized large movement.
We find ourselves in need of an army. We have evidence that one is rowing pretty much for us. Do you want to investigate these bandits and see why they're laying waste to your cities?
I asked Verona how she got here, because I know that from being in Dawnbreach that she was taken. She wasn't fleeing to here for safety.
Oh, yes. The bandits came to Dawnbreach, of course, and I gave myself a ransom. I had the ransom money, you understand. But it went missing. I don't quite know what happened to it, but that is in the past now. They took me, and well, she sighs. I was taken to the ruins of Atherton, and I don't really quite remember what happened there, but when my memories come back, I was being marched down towards Crowwimp, and
You don't
here I
remember
am.
anything about there at all, about seeing any drow or dwarves while you were there?
At Atherton. I saw
Think
some
really
very
hard.
strange things. Very strange things in Atherton. I'm not quite sure what was dream and what was reality. There's crystals and some sort of magic something, and this woman who kind of looks like your drow friend, but well, scarier.
You saw her there.
No
Yes,
one's scarier than I am. I'm muttering under my breath.
What was she doing?
Shut up.
What did you say, Rob?
I asked Verona what the scary lady was doing in her dream.
Oh, she cast this magic thing. It's quite grotesque. She shakes her head and she says, something came through to here.
It came through a portal, you were saying. She summoned a creature from another plane of existence, and it didn't look very nice. Is that what you're
yes.
saying?
That's accurate. I don't quite know what this creature did or where it went, but
Can you describe to me what it looked like? I say, suddenly very interested in her.
well, it was large and kind of
In
had
charge?
Now, when you say
grotesque.
large, do you mean large as in tall, like my friend over here? I say, pointing to Zisa. Or
Oh,
do you mean large as in skyward bound?
it was roughly cow size, I would say.
What color was it? Oh my god, you're actually making a dirty heifer joke right now, and it's so actually.
It was kind of yellowish, I guess, and
It was a.
Cisa, turn into a yellow cow. Just
and
kidding.
it had
Did it talk with a watery voice? Was it?
it certainly made gurgling sort of noises.
That was a yokel that you were talking to, a summoned hen maiden of Loth, which should not be able to be summoned by Curiosity the traitor.
I can't deal with Zisa cracking up right now.
Sorry.
Yes.
The yoho.
Yokel.
The-
How do you?
Yoho.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
Sounds
if you were
Jewish.
if you were hardcore nerdy like I am, you'd know. I didn't even have to roll for that shit. Bam. That's
Isn't
what
it
it
like
is. Anyways,
a
can I roll a religion
okay.
check to make sure that is what it is? Am I wrong? Crazy?
Hold
Or would that be Arcana?
on, I have to check my notes and make sure that it's a thing. Can
Intuition?
you spell it?
YOCHOLOL? Yohoho or something? I don't remember how to spell it. It's hard.
Let's look in the SRD here.
Uh,
Y-O...
Handmaiden of Loth is called a Daughters of the Yoklol. It's YOCHLOL.
Okay.
Why do all of the terms for that religion have LOL in them?
No, come on. They're
Because
very
it's
funny.
fucking
Funny
hilarious.
Very
I
entertaining.
hate you.
The trolliest religion
Anyway.
ever.
My
Anyway, sorry
my
for
boyfriend just brought me like goat cheese and French toast from France and white wine, and it's my favorite thing ever. And I don't know why. I love him. Sorry, that was super sweet.
Suddenly so nice and happy. All you have to do is give her goat cheese, guys. Who knew?
Goat
Cisa,
cheese
turn
is
into a
huge
goat.
for me, okay?
It was just that easy.
You want me?
Anywho, you roll me that religion check.
Mm-hmm. Please actually let me be right so I can be so full of myself for the next 20 minutes.
Wow.
So religious! I
Yay!
praise Loth!
So it is loss affiliated, but it's not a. I keep hearing yokel every time it's said, and yokel is a different word in English for something.
Dude, no, you can't milk me. That's the worst thing I've ever seen someone ask in chat.
Who said that?
That's really funny, Larry.
What?
Larry, go time out now.
Guys,
Mm-mm-mm.
you
Do
can
not
try, but it's not gonna happen.
That's super gross.
It's a fair question, I suppose, but the answer is 9. No.
9. So it's not a yokel.
It's not.
Proper? No, but it is. You recognize the description. It's
Not
a
even
large,
yokel.
like insectoid type demon. And for it to be that big, it would have had to be the queen of the hive.
It's a bug
I
demon.
know what this is called too, and I can't remember by myself. I need help. What kind of demon is it?
Insectoid. It's like a big slug creature with mandibles, and it makes insect demon eggs. If you were looking for a thing like that you recognize, I made this up. So if
Okay.
it resembles something,
It
I'm only
actually,
telling you that because it's a crit.
it very much so resembles very specifically. Both things that you said are very specifically Underdark demon type creatures. So I was like, oh, Naja did her homework. No, Naja's just speaking
I got a feel for the lore. And I rated on Courage one too many times. So this is what's happening. Deal with it.
If she's summoning demons to this plane, we have a large problem.
It's about cow size problem, yes.
Thank you for your assistance. And I turn and I walk away without saying anything to Calithra, like the demon is gonna lay its eggs inside your children. Oh wait, you can't, it's dead. And
Jesus Christ. Fucking
that's
savage.
Calithra showing personal restraint. You don't see it there.
So here's the situation, team. We've liberated this group of people that I guess were waiting outside of Prewenth to get in. And we need to figure out what we should do with them. We can't really send them to Whitebridge because it seems like that's where they were being brought anyway, and shit sounds like it's all kinds of effed up in that town to begin with. I guess we could send them to Red Cross. It's quite a journey though.
A man from Red Cross shakes his head and he says, "There's no shelter to be had there. I don't think you understand the severity of this problem."
We were in Red Cross but a short while ago.
And so was I. The rich are fine, of course, but the rest of us, shakes his head.
The more I hear about your surface, the more I find is akin to the Underdark every day. She's come and she's summoned demons to take over cities, to take over resources, so that we're going to have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. While I feel the issue is pressing at the Temple of Avanth, we have to stop this now, or she will literally be unstoppable. There will be no army to challenge her. There'll be no way to feed the people. We will just simply die and be no more. And Curiosity will take over everything. There will be no more friends, I say, looking at Zisa. There will be no more children. There will be simply nothing.
Okay, I guess let's have them follow us to Prewenth. Maybe we can talk the guardsman of the city gate to let all of us in.
Yeah, I think that's the best solution.
While we're moving, I want to question all of the prisoners, slaves, people, about anything they might have remembered from Nazara as well. Any other demon summonings, what kind of ritual she was doing, how many people were there, do they remember anyone else besides Nazara, messengers, like everything.
So, outside of Verona, most of them haven't been missing from their homes as long. The ones from Whitebridge definitely have stories of very of like smugglers, because Whitebridge is a city with a lot of smuggling activity because it's a port city, and like normally most people are like, it just is what it is. But a lot of them are telling you stories of how smugglers suddenly changed their behavior. Um, they stopped, like their personalities changed. They organize in ways they don't typically organize. They shut down the port. Like the people from Whitebridge have stories of the criminal underworld suddenly switching up everything. People from Red Cross they're just trying to get somewhere safe. They don't really have any additional information. And the people from Prewent are mostly from the countryside of Prewent and have been trying to get into the city walls proper to escape this like bizarre plague of bandits.
Should I move us a hex?
Yes.
Take them with us. Let's help them.
So we don't need to roll the thing because I know exactly what you come across.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
So yeah, you travel along the road. I need to open roll 20. Holy crap.
As we're walking along, I'm just basically like
Can we retcon?
chatting with them.
Can we say that we took a short rest before we started on the way?
Yes.
So that people can use their hit dice to get some HP.
It's
Aw.
1 hit dice per short rest, right?
No,
I think you can use as many
you can use as many as you need to.
Okay. Well, then that's awesome because I like being at. Uh-oh.
Also, we leveled up, so we should roll for HP.
Hey!
Yay! Maybe I won't die so much. Let's do
totes
it.
By the way, team, we leveled up at the end of last session. We're now all level 5 now, which you can see from the overlay anyway. But
I saw these new spells and I was like, I didn't put these here. Lordian, put these here.
What is that crumpling noise?
Oh, sorry. I'm out of. These are all
British person.
decaf. They're all decaf, and that's not helpful. So I have all these, and I'm like, fuck this. And I'm like, what kind of tea has
I
caffeine in it? How can I stay away? I apologize. Excuse my crumbling.
It's fine. I just wanted to. I was like, that's really loud.
Please don't let me interrupt the excitement of us leveling up.
Yes, we leveled up. So yeah, let's do HP rolls.
okay.
And I have to remember.
So does our level up automatically put us at max HP?
No.
Oh,
I
that's
think
not how that. That's not how
technically
that
you're only
works.
supposed to level up on a long rest, technically, but I'm gonna let you roll for HP, and next time you rest, you'll get leveled up, or you'll get.
I mean,
your
we could still add it to the maximum, but just not the current.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will allow that.
We're all a D8 plus our con mod, so / roll 1d8 plus 1, I think.
I don't have any constitution modifiers. It's
Oh.
a 0.
Modifier.
Wait. Yeah, I guess I can.
It is 2.
Team.
Don't even start. It's your first bad roll ever. You always roll so well. You'll be
Okay,
fine. You
making
never
it-
die anyways. It's always me.
Making a note that Elizabeth needs to roll HP when she gets back from
Yeah.
wherever mysterious place she is.
Ooh.
Oh, crone.
Oh,
right.
Crown.
So I gain 2, Clifford gained 4, and Caesar gained 5.
Yes. Maximum
Who's the-
hit points
who's the
at
beat?
38. Maximum
Okay.
hit points. Do.
So yeah, you travel along the road. and you
temporary hit die.
seriously gain points along the way.
Okay.
If you want to roll your hit die for the short rest you take before you leave, do so.
That's
So
it's 1
28
for
out of
You
30.
click,
Okay.
yeah.
1d8.
You should click the button on your
You can
sheet.
just
There, what? Roll 20 still confuses me sometimes. I'm learning.
Which one do we button? Which
the
button
hit.
do we button?
Just click the hit where it says hit dice, and it'll roll it automatically.
Wow.
For
Oh,
her.
cool! Oh, I like my other one better. I'll take it though. 12. Oh, that's so cool! Roll 20, add it again! Ba-da-ba.
So, yeah, you spend some hit die, you travel along the road, and you transition from this rolling plain to the kind of patchwork terrain of farmland. A lot of the crops or a lot of the fields are fallow because it's been fall for some time and a frost has snapped over the land. So a lot of the farms look very abandoned. There are some houses that look ransacked. And as you get closer to the city towards the end of your period of travel here, you start seeing this like slumscape of like shanty huts and tents and like masses of people camped outside of the towering walls of Prewin.
Wait, we're approaching the city already, you said?
It's towards the end of your 4 hours, like as you go from one side of the hex to the other.
So if I fly Whitney ahead,
it's a shanty town for refugees. Then this is
yes.
What?
Pretty serious.
What's wrong with Prowins?
It's a shanty.
Literally.
It's literally become a refugee town, and there are tents surrounding basically as far as the eye can see around the city.
Sorry.
Rob's like, so like, I can't sell my shit?
No. Like, the 2 seconds that I ever pay attention to chat, like, this huge plot point is divulged to us, and I didn't pay attention.
I like that you didn't even like go. Usually, you can like, go in a roundabout way of being like, "Wait, what's going on?" And literally, like the exact thing that Naj just said. You're like, "So what's wrong with the city?" And she's like, "There's a large amount of tents and people." Suffering, the city is clearly overflowing with like problems of poverty.
Wait a minute. Is the Underdark in trouble as well? Is this problem seeping to my home people? I need to find a temple to any god soon.
So if I fly Whitney ahead, can she get a better idea of what the situation is at the actual like gate to the city?
Yes. So she's able to fly over by the gate, and the density of people increases the closer you get to the gate, to where there's just this mob of people standing in front of the gate, and there's guards lined up in front of the gates with pikes out. And there's like a lot of shouting back and forth, and they're like, let us in. And then, the guards are like, we have orders to keep all of the refugees out. Like, there's a very tense, near riot situation at the gate.
Sorry. I was just thinking of the guards being like, not by the hair of our chinny chin chins. So sorry.
That's okay.
I like it. It's adorable.
I'm into it.
This is a bad situation. It's not hilarious at all.
It's a hot ass mess.
It's a hot ass mess.
Does it seem like
Except it's cold.
Does it seem like the density of the crowd is such that we would not be able to even make it through them up to the gate?
You would have to like, it's not dangerous there yet. Like, it's not a violent crowd, but it would be kind of like trying to push through a concert to get closer to the stage. Like you
No, I got this. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
navigate.
We got a crowd surf, guys.
No, I got this. Make way for a priestess of Loth, I say, using thaumaturgy and causing, like... I never say that right. Thaumaturgy?
Well, you have to
That's
to
right.
approach closer. This is
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty far
Oh, I thought
off.
it's Whitney. Oh, I thought that was us. That's why I was like raising an eye to you. Like, what are we gonna do? Oh wait, I'm
Hey.
selfish, Calithra. Let's just do it my way.
attention.
Yeah. Damn. Paying attention.
So I report to the group what the situation is. That there's a large mass of people trying to get in, and a small amount of guards that are keeping them at bay at the gates.
Outnumbered.
Winifred lets out a whistle and she's like, well, my bounty is in Whitebridge, so good luck with that. I'm gonna go home.
Farewell.
Before you go,
Don't go. Does she
one
have to, you have to leave? When are we gonna see each other again? Don't you want my contact information?
She just kind of looks at you. Okay, what do these words mean?
And before she leaves, I get the finger necklace and I'm like, I really want you to have this to remind you of our friendship.
And she looks it over and she's like, oh, this is quite a trophy. Did you get all these yourself?
I rolled for them, so yeah. I've had them and
meta.
no one has wanted them, but I want you to have them. So whenever you miss me, you can just, hold the fingers as if you're holding my fingers and we're holding hands.
She looks a little freaked out.
Grab her face.
Oh my god.
Goodbye.
Chat just won this so hard. Get them digits. Get it?
Oh my god, chat, please. She puts the necklace over her head and it kind of fits her whole aesthetic, so she's kind of into it. And she like pats your shoulder awkwardly and she's like, well, okay, if you're ever in Whitebridge, we can maybe go to the tavern sometime.
I will find you as soon as I'm there. And believe you me, as soon as I'm done with this stuff, saving the world, I'll come by and we'll hang out.
I will look forward to it.
I'm just like beaming. I have a new friend.
And she's
Now
kind
I
of,
can let her go.
yeah, well, good luck with your quest or whatever it is you guys are doing. And thanks for the years. I'll see you around. She just kind of turns around and starts ambling back down the road, whistling.
As she walks away, I just stand there waving for like an unreasonably long amount of time.
I'm watching all of this intently.
Here's what I'm thinking. This is what I'm having a thought about. I can disguise myself as a skilled thief that I am. I can do that. Calithra, I wouldn't know this. I would say, Calithra, is there any way that you can disguise your appearance?
I can.
And Ziza could just turn into like a fucking lizard or something if she needs to. So I suggest we impersonate people of a higher station than we
I
are.
am the highest station.
Yeah, but they're
Daughter of the highest priestesses of Loth in the Underdark, and that is recognized in every city.
to
The crowd
humans.
is
No,
cracking up.
we know that. Like we get
Like
it.
we
Like,
know that,
get it.
but
Like they don't know that.
the guards at the gate, they're so like stupid and
Yeah.
lowly, they're not gonna know that.
They're
This
so
is one of-
beneath you.
Irregardless, this is one of your largest cities. It will be protected by magical means for intrusions exactly such as this. If you attempt to get in through these means, we will find ourselves in handcuffs in their dungeons within a matter of moments.
I mean,
We
we'd be
must
in.
find a way to barter our entrance, or perhaps you can talk to people of your alignment and find some way to get us passage. But sneaking in is not going to work, just like it didn't work with the dwarves. Or did you forget that as well? Trying to steal treasure from dwarves. All of you should be shamed, she says
I
with
didn't steal any
with a hint
treasure
of
from
a
the
giggle. The closest to Calithra's ever come to genuinely laughing. But
Macron is just like, that could be the rest of your life. You need to think about this.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're literally prepared for invaders, right? She doesn't say literally. They are prepared for invaders at the moment. They have guards stationed for people attempting to get into the city. If you believe that our magical means will get us passage, then fine, we will try it. But I, for one, think it is a bad idea.
Could I, as a person of the shady groups of people, know anything about an unorthodox way to get into the city?
Yeah, roll me. I guess
as a person of shade.
Roll what, Naja?
history with advantage.
There has to be. It's a huge city. There has to be like little secret thieves guild slaves in there.
16.
Yeah, you know of some side entrances. It's been a while since you've had to like sneak into Prowin, of all places. But there are some routes that you remember. You don't know if they might have increased security due to the current situation. But there are ways it could be done. Zisa, it occurs to you that you and Alizarin met with the Council of Prowin at the outset of this whole thing. You picked up these elves later, but you and Alizarin, you've met with the leaders of this town before, so that could be useful. I just say this because it's 3 a.m. where you are, and it
Yes.
wouldn't be.
Thank you. Because I did
Damn
not
magic
remember that.
works both ways. It gives and it takes.
Yeah, since we did meet with them, I would like to suggest that maybe we try to talk to the guards.
You are, if anything, memorable, so.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna forget me. So I think we should go talk to them, and then, you know, if they're little, like, meanies about it, then we can try the other entrances.
Okay.
I swear, it's like you guys have never laid siege to a city before. She says, smiling and turning, walking
You're so
away.
chatty today.
You gave me a club. I'm
I
now
think
The
so.
crowd is
That's
like,
fine.
you want to wake up to that like every day, like every day.
So I guess
I'm
there's.
friends with these people.
I guess we just leave the prisoners by the tents. There's not really anything we can do for them at this
Yeah,
point.
they go back to like the families that they were snatched from in the first place in this like shanty town. And Verona thanks you again for the amulet.
Okay.
And, seems tearful, but you know she shuffles off.
I asked her before she leaves if there's any specific area that she would probably find herself in. Should we find ourselves leaving for some reason in the near future? Like, is she gonna be like, is she on the west side of the gate or the northeast side of the gate, or
She laughs.
where's
and
she
says,
chilling?
She was captured before any of this like really started, so this is like her first trip to the shanty town, in effect.
How did she wind up here from being captured by the orc people that invaded? Or no, she was sold to the orc people.
So, see what had happened was she got captured by the bandits,
Right,
and she went to the ruins of Atherton,
right.
Where
where
they
she
found
encountered
Azar.
that weird thing. She never went to the orc people.
Oh, okay.
That was a falsehood that was
Okay.
told to you by some NPCs, and you just swallowed that down. But she went to the ruins of Atherton, and then her memory's all like, and then when she woke back up, or came out of whatever fugue state that she was in, she was being marched back down to Prelinth, where the people snatched some other people,
Okay.
and they were all going to Whitebridge.
Before
I got thrown
we-
off with the orc part, that's why.
Before we unhand them to go live in the shanty tent city, during my point of talking with them, had I discovered any marks on them, on their skin? Were they branded in any way?
Oh, yes. Roll me a medicine check.
Crap. Do I want to use luck if I fail on this? It
Well, you
should be
can- you
fine.
can-
I can do a medicine check.
You can. I guess I should have said that before I rolled.
Oh, shit. So yeah, Visa, you are not yourself human, but you've dealt with enough humans to know what their physiology should look like.
Mm-hmm.
All of them have these really bizarre, like tumorous lesions. Some, like at least one, somewhere on their body. Super gross. Let's talk about that after we get back from our break.
Stop doing this shit to me!
When we come back, gross lesions.
Okay. All right, team. We're gonna go to our first break of the evening. We will try to make it quick, so go get food and drink and whatnot, and we will see y'all back here soon. Thanks for tuning in.